Hang on, I should probably unmute myself. Hello and welcome back for more Dungeon Defenders. Today, I am once again attempting my Ironman challenge with Series EV. Definitely been struggling more on this class than with some of the other classes I've done this with. But, I did try adding a wind effect in YouTube Studio to my model. Not sure whether that actually looks nice or I'm just making things harder for my computer to run for no reason. But anyway, hello Boris, welcome PB. And thank you for the 7 months subscribing. Just gonna go ahead and jump into this now.
Etheria.
I was hoping that I'd get to stream the Dungeon Ascendant, or not Dungeon Defenders, Age Lock match. How was I supposed to do this again? That huge match yesterday. I fortunately fell through. So we are gonna need to reschedule that. And it's probably going to be a while before that happens. I hope I am remembering how to position my beams properly, because it has been a while again. I really do need to get back to streaming more often. And I streamed twice last week, which is more normal. Once again, it's Sunday and I haven't streamed all week, which feels kind of bad. Missed that shot. That was kind of silly. I do have a couple other... Yeah, that's annoying. A couple other challenges potentially planned for this channel. I don't think I'm quite ready to start yet. That should be able to in the near future. I'm sadly still taking a while to get caught up on editing my run and gun videos, but I still has made substantial progress on that front, and I think I should be able to get caught up as long as I don't let myself fall further behind, which is camouflage and avoiding streaming run and bun. Hopefully I find and get weapons. Just need to avoid getting hit here. Start setting up my defenses up here. Make sure line them up properly. The rest of this map should be fairly easy. I just need to make sure I pick up the item drops and don't get hit. I don't remember the physical beams usually looking like that. Looking so skewed, but and I am full on mana. I can just go ahead and start setting up over here. Set this one up just fine. I guess I just kind of messed up the other one. So kind of started stream later than I should have. Sorry about that. Probably really late for people. Or just in the middle of the night. Let's avoid getting hit here. It's not worth looking at the items early. If it means missing out on XP. That should be enough power damage for the moment. I hope my audio's alright. Seems like that's something I'm always concerned about. Probably because it's kind of a constant issue. Chances should be good now. And I can upgrade these, I guess. Rather than bad, I don't really have anything else to do. Go ahead and open these during the wave. Get the items later when it's safe to do so. The orcs behave very strangely with proton beams. I'm not sure why. There must be some kind of AI coding relating to them. Which doesn't make very much sense, I have to say. Welcome, Lime. Good, and repair these. Other than that, I can just bank this and start the wave. Oh my, I'm doing alright. Still struggling with my sleep schedule, but no surprise there. How have you been? I have absolutely nothing to do during this wave. I can just let my defenses do their thing. Oh, welcome, Monica. Is the game going? Well, I just started. No issues so far, but I'm still kind of on the... Oh, still before when things can be expected to get more difficult. Get some points in Tar Health. Didn't really sleep last night, so you ended up sleeping in. Yeah, I also slept in until like 4 p.m., which is kind of ridiculous. So I am probably not going to be getting to sleep at a decent hour tonight. Need to cry this again. It is a very fun game. Alright, neat. All seems potentially decent. These are all very low damage. Any of these give hit stats. Gives a little bit with hero damage at least. You go for power attack rate. Not super important right now, I don't think. I don't think I need casting rate. Your DPS could at least help with the first wave of Foundries and Forges. Since I do need to rely on my pure DPS a bit. This just gives better resistances. +6. Our attack rate is kind of hard to pass up right now. Let's block this for now, though. That's a lot of hero damage. Yeah, let's use something like... Hang on, where is it? Something like this, I think. I still have decent hero damage. Really high beam damage rate and casting rate. Could be good for the next map at least. I thought the next map will be very difficult, probably, but better over-prepared than under-prepared, I guess. Just going to need... Right, I need to cut my blockades in the middle of the stairs to make sure that nothing can hit the crystal. Because if it's too close, then high AoE or reach can end up damaging it. Which, needless to say, would be a big issue. Make sure you position these properly. Then I can descend on this side. And the damage on this isn't terrible. Missed a shot. Couple went to the middle from the other side. Okay, those projectiles were kind of just launching themselves into the wall. Because of where the goblins were heading. Get a couple more beams up in the middle. They only have one side to cover. And hopefully the archers will just stand on the beams. Looks like they are. And this one's not. Guess it doesn't really matter since I'm not getting my Power's only EXP bonus for this wave anyway. Points in... Do we need points in again? Need at least 5 in casting rate. And then I probably should have 10 in beam to create. Alright, should be good to start the wave. I'm going to want Flies and cheer damage. Going to have to deal with the Wyverns later. And then I need more tower damage, probably. tower health and tower damage I can keep investing in between waves, but I'll probably need to invest in them more outside of that. And spread these out a bit. Then has time for another one. Yeah, this archer is gonna be annoying. These archers, I guess. There we are. Kind of nice how you can use their AI against them, since the archers will try to prioritize heroes and the crystal rather than defenses. Make sure you get these last two Ruton beams up. When the ogre comes later. I can get started on upgrades, I guess. Great. Wave. Defense units are maxed. Should get the Master Builder EXT bonus. Enough time to stick around here. Or here, I don't think. Go ahead and pick these up. And get more upgrades on. This archer does not want to give up on me. There we are, I got all the items in the chest at least. The enemy drops. Set it to 5. Don't need that for now. But up my power damage. I can put some points in hero damage after this wave. Everything looks like it. These are all upgraded. Good, and upgrade these early, I guess. And back to opening the chests. I feel like things have been going a little too smoothly so far. Good thing I didn't trigger that kobold. Let him blow up here before I try to pass. Now I can start upgrading these total too. I'm kind of wondering whether I should be trying to stream at a more consistent time. Just so people kind of know better what to expect. Because right now it's just kind of... Oh, that's not good. Whenever I feel like it. Of course, when I'm planning things like collabs for the page lock, I can't realistically be all that consistent with it, but anyway. More coins, or put some coins in hero damage. Upgrade that to 2. Upgrade all my blockades. Then I probably should upgrade my blockades more. Probably going to be the best use of mana here. Looks like I'm missing an item. Oh well. Too late to grab it now. Kind of wish that jump. The platforming in this game isn't exactly crazy. They even qualifies as platforming. I don't think. I guess I've never really thought about what doesn't count as platforming. Right, that's level 2 for all my arcades. Probably upgrade these proton beams. Come on. Don't really have anything else to upgrade. Ever play this with people? You know, occasionally play it with friends, but I don't really have friends who like to play it a lot, and I've never played it on stream with other people. But then upgrade this reflection beam, I guess. Make sure I keep the blockade return. I think it could be fun to do a kind of cooperative challenge. I've thought about doing a presence-only challenge, but I don't think I have the people for that. But something you would probably need 3 or 4 people for it to have a reasonable chance of doing successfully. Okay, can you... maybe walk onto the proton beams, please? Soul Link Ironman. And basically, just be a cooperative Ironman. Alright, let's put 10 points in there. Rest in hero health. Then I need to decide on a weapon to upgrade. Did I even sell my stuff from last time? I don't think I did. They just have a bunch of items I've already looked at in here. But this seems potentially good. Better than what I'm using, I think. Knockback isn't all that important. It does a lot of fire damage. But that just means fire immune wyverns are going to be a big problem if I rely on it. Plus it doesn't really scale with hero damage. Okay, this can do a lot of damage with just one projectile. Probably not worth taking though. I think the extra projectiles and projectile speed are probably worth it. And if the rest of these really stand out, that other stuff before looks like it had some good stats on it just for an offhand slot. I might end up using it that way. I don't think I need the hero speed. Can't use these yet. Sure. Don't want to neglect power stats. I guess once I hit Alchemical Laboratory, I am going to need to have a lot of points in tower DPS. Seems pretty good. I don't think Oh. Maybe it's worth it to get more points into easy equipment for your damage is what I'm trying to say. I don't know why I had so much trouble wording that. Okay, garbage resistances. But pretty good hero stats. May be worth using. What are my boots options? The fairy place. The ones that give a lot of hero damage. Okay. I think for the sake of not filling my resistances, I want to take that. But then if I take this, that will kind of kill my resistances. I don't have any options here I particularly like. Welcome Motion, thank you for the health check. Health has been checked. It might just keep the gloves I'm using now. Because they have both decent resistances and lower stats. Even if it means giving up on some fear damage. Might be able to... The staff I was looking at had some pretty good power stats. You said power damage and hero health. Seems good, I think. Already checked all the stoves on that page. I want to make sure I have enough hero health and physical and fire resistances so I don't just die to the Wyverns. And it'll also be important later for dealing with the Demon Lord. Go ahead and lock a couple of these, I think. Maybe I should just sell them. Guess we'll see how much I can upgrade this for now. Looks like I can... kind of get close to fully upgrading it. Go ahead and sell these. I need another 20k. Do any of these stand out as obviously not worth using? I'd say this one does. But it doesn't have as good stats as this one as an offhand, and for a DPS weapon, it's just not very good in general. This one also doesn't seem very good. Yes, I don't think I'm gonna be using this. That'll get me enough. Yeah, hopefully this will be sufficient for dealing with the Wyverns. I guess we shall see. Don't really need to put that upgrade yet. I'd say I think this probably works better. I think it might be a little more time efficient than the way I've been doing it. It's not true. We still need to come over here. Put this beam down. Come back over here. Damage on this isn't bad. At least not at close range. At long range, it kind of leaves a bit to be desired. But I'm snitch putting some beams up on this side. Pretty sure I basically forgot my setup last time I did this. I think I remember it now. I was in range as that. I was kind of dumb of me. Right. Yeah, another point here, another point here. Yeah, let's go to 10 hero damage. Probably going to need it. go ahead and put more beans here. Which need 5 side by side. Unlike on the other staircases. Not sure whether it would have been a good idea to put up the deflection beams first. Probably not. I think this is just going to be more effective. If it covers sufficient ground to where reflection beams won't even be necessary. Still going to put some up to be safe though. I am level 20, so I can go ahead and put my buff beams up. The one over here. Then I just need another row of proton beams in the middle, which I can hopefully get up before wave starts. With the experience bonus. And those should be close enough to get... Well, hopefully they're close enough to get boosted by the bus beam. They might not be. Oh wait, I made these too long. These are only supposed to be 4 lengths. I welcome Real. Thank you for the raid. Those who don't know me, I'm Juniper Lee, body VTuber, challenge runner. Currently trying to do an Ironman challenge of Dungeon Defenders with Series EV. Yeah. Yeah, I really messed this up. Let me give you a shout out. Wait, what you're? How is your stream? Wait, I made the buff beam go down too? I thought that only happened if it was damaged. Which it shouldn't have been. Thankfully this is only a wave with 4 Wyverns. They don't have to worry about the time crunch. But I did miss out on the experience bonus because I messed up on the defenses. Oh well. Some raids and worked on Gotcha's story. Hopefully your bank account is alright. Infanters is going... Wait, what even hit me there? This entire wave has been a mess. Oh well. things were going pretty smoothly until I got to this map. Now I'm kind of... struggling, for lack of a better way to put it. Yep. Probably upgrade these to level 1. And thank you, Rio, for the 7th streak and 2 sets of 10 pulls. Didn't get anything yet. That is unfortunate. I'd say good luck next time, but I don't want to encourage you to sink money into it just to try to get it. I know how gacha games can be. It looks like ads are starting in a few minutes. We'll be taking a break when that happens. Alright. This will probably show how effective this weapon is. Seemed to do alright, alright actually. I still did get hit, but didn't take much damage. So just stay on ice suit diet longer. That doesn't sound very nutritious. And I let myself get hit again. It's like I don't usually get shot by archers when I'm at those chests, but it's been happening. This specific attempt. Anyway, I should probably get these buff beams as high level as possible. We've just been missing out on an unnecessary amount of experience on this map. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me later. And how did the raids go? Did you get the drops you were looking for? Yeah, looks like about when this wave ends is when... Okay, wave just ended. Good, and take my break here in a second. Yeah, I didn't even level up from that wave. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I will be back in a few minutes. Hello, Shadow. Alright, answer over. I am back. Right when ads were ending, my phone fell off its stand. And somehow landed on its power button. Then I had to turn it back on and stand it back up. I can't say I've ever had it happen before. Landing perfectly on its power button. But anyway, welcome back, thank you. Yeah, need to make sure I am ready for the Wyverns. Because there are going to be a lot of them. Ruleset. Come out as normal, but for some reason the next set has a longer time before they spawn in. Could be any second now, but it's kind of weird how they're all close together for previous waves and then very spread out for this final wave. Yeah, I'm taking a lot of damage here. I'm alive though. Crystal. Did the crystal even take any damage there? And the last group. Yeah, using the holographic decoy actually helps quite a bit. Other spawns now. Don't ask how I got that timing so perfectly. Probably upgrade that and get more mana. I can keep this repairing. Really, let's upgrade it. And then repair it. There we are. But thank you for the 7 stream streak, Lime. Okay, made it past Maga's quarters. Good, and put more points into her health and Shiro health. That should hopefully make it easier to survive against the Demon Lord. Well, let's be honest, the most important thing for that map is just power damage and attack speed. Don't need to be picking up all this mana. Not like I can upgrade this weapon anymore. Alright. I can maybe try to find a better staff to use later. I don't really need a new one right now. Especially since it would be too costly to upgrade. But I will probably need... Yeah, let's equip that. I'll probably need a better one around the middle of Act 2. Either before Castle Armory or before Hall of Court. Because Castle Armory is when I have to deal with the warriors. The Dark Elf warriors, which are also kind of the big problem. And then Wyverns will come back in Hall of Court and every single map after. Pretty sure I lost my last attempt because I kind of messed up my defenses on Castle Armory Wave 1. I think I'm going to need to remind myself how to do that once I get there. Those are some very good hero stats. This has a very severe penalty to fire resistance. This just looks a lot better. Let's go with that. Not seeing any glaring downsides to it. This has very good resistances, but not much to offer outside that. This might be worth it. Probably not, actually. Unless it gives me a set bonus or something. But I kind of doubt that. Okay, this gives pretty good resistances as far as the specific ones I'm looking for. Decent tower stats. But the minus 60 hero health seems rough. And likely not worth it. That's just a lot of hero damage. Okay, this might actually be worth it. It has much higher resistances. Yeah, let's go for it. I really don't need the power range because I don't even have SAM units unlocked. Nor do I have any points in it at all. The negative isn't even going to do anything if I did have SAM units. Or it wouldn't even do anything. And if he is going to be giving very good stats. Oh well. should be ready for alchemical laboratory. The main thing I need to worry about here, on the first wave at least, is the works. Where did it cut? There it is. The works making it past my proton beams. Let's make sure that I can finish them off before they hit the crystal. Let's team this. Here we are. I think that's good. Maybe. This site is kind of awkward to place on. Then I need proton beams over here. Then I can put one over here. Ideally, I don't need to use my weapon at all here. Oh, welcome, Azu. Thank you for the raid. Those who don't know me, I am a curly baddie VTuber and challenge runner. Currently doing an Ironman challenge of Dungeon Defenders. How is your stream? Alchemist Raya? Let me get you out real quick. Azu 73. Yeah, what were you up to today? Then pet this up. Thankfully, did not need to use my weapon at all, so I got experience bonus. Want to put the shorter one here. I didn't see what you were streaming earlier. It's some robo beat and almost beat the level you've been stuck on. I'm sure you'll get it next time then. Not familiar with that game though. I'm guessing it's some kind of rhythm game. Actually, let's put the buff themes back here for now. There we are. It's like Ultra Kill, but rhythm based, I see. Can't say I've played Ultra Kill, but I have heard about it. Seems like a very... Wait, how did you get through? I think you need to reposition that, because that is not good. Let's at least upgrade the best game here. Pretty fast-paced and it's a roguelike. Not sure how that works exactly. Wait, in terms of ultra kill or robo beat? Yeah, let's put more points in beam damage. They've heard ultra kill is like a really fast-paced shooter. And that's about it. Okay, let's try to reposition these because this is not working. Get them closer to over here. Or closer to where the orbs are coming around. Yeah, defense units are maxed out. I got robo beat, I see. It's like a fast-paced rhythm shooter game that's also a roguelike. Can't say I've ever considered the idea of a roguelike, or not roguelike, rhythm-based shooter game. Welcome, Alter. How am I doing? I'm doing alright, I think. Still struggling with my sleep schedule, but what else is new? Working on getting caught up with editing and all that. How are you doing? Like, I might like it, but not sure how I am with FPS games. They're not really my thing, I have to admit. I do really like rhythm games, but shooters are kind of... they just don't feel that great for me to play. Really, the only exception to that, I guess, is Risk of Rain 2, but that's not really a first-person shooter. Yeah, okay, busy with things, but it's flaming up a bit. I know a lot of people like the sunlight. I'm personally not a fan, but you're enjoying it at least. Let me do that health check. Health has been checked. And thank you for the bless. Now let's put points in hero health. Could probably use some more. All these buff fiends are level 3. Upgrade the ones back Shira. Could probably upgrade this blockade too. There we are. Upgrade this one's level 3. Just saves this one, doesn't look like this. Any more stray mana sitting around? My real concern on this wave is... I think not letting this blockade go down. Welcome, Quaker. Oh, bat facts. Ooh, bat fact number 3. If you took every bat on Earth and lined them up, wingtip to wingtip, they would not appreciate that very much. Alright, that's all my defense units maxed out. Or not defense units, all my buff beams max level. And start upgrading these proton beams. Honestly, I should probably be focusing on these 2 proton beams before the others. It might be worth getting them all up to level 1. After stream, keep these hitting hard so you're yelling third go mode. Hopefully you can get some rest. I understand needing to recover after streaming because it takes a lot of energy. Even if you're seemingly low energy on stream. Let's not get blown up by the kobolds. These at level 1. And yeah, more points in beam damage, I think. Alright, crit-com beams are all level 1 at least. Want these at level 3. Honestly, I think part of why stream can take a lot of energy from me, it's just from anxiety, but another thing to consider is I'm just almost always doing some kind of challenge run that takes a lot of attention and work to do. Okay, let myself get hit there. Should upgrade these. Let's get rid of this mage because it is... these mages, I should say, because they are causing issues. There we are. Lost some XP to do that, but oh well. You challenged me to do a non-challenge run. I kind of did that last stream. I just played... your card... Or my card is better than your card. Just trying the game out. Unless you're talking about specifically dungeon centers. And I could do this Ironman challenge with the Guardian. That wouldn't even really count as a challenge because of how easy it would be. I should upgrade those. Everything over here upgraded. It's like it. I want to make sure this is upgraded. Speed in general. Well, you saw me just playing Hyperlight Drifter last night, didn't you? I think. Maybe. Anyway, let's see how this boss fight goes. Probably just going to die and have to rely on my defenses for it. So we're just gonna try to do it manually though. Was a lot of damage. Oh gosh. I am surprised I am alive. I am probably only alive because of my resistances. We did get some good resistances. Okay, the boss does not fall from my holographic decoy. Good to know. Come on, Pesticoils. Time to reactivate. Any second now. Ow. Okay. Standing on the beams. Yeah, it's flying again before blockade goes down. But it should hopefully survive until it lands. There we are. Standing on the beams. And it will not move because it has no valid target. With Hyperlight. Pretty sure it was at Fossil Fighters. Well, I was kind of trying a challenge for Fossil Fighters when I played that. Wait. Was Hyperlight Drifter before you even joined Call? My memory of last night is kind of fuzzy, I think. Probably because it was late at night. Yeah, that might have just been Blue and Kai who saw me playing Hyperlight Drifter. Now that I think about it. Anyway. My, teams are not dying faster than the bosses. I think it's just a matter of waiting for the boss to die. Yeah, I was up way later than I should have been. By a few hours. And then this morning, actually, at like 10 a.m., the fire alarm in my building went off. That was fun. It's like boss is almost dead. $30K, 20K, 10K, and there it goes. Alright, that is Act 1 done. Let's put more points into my health stats. And I have to look at the racers. Okay, they look better than not having them. That's all I can really ask for. Okay, this has high upgrade levels and high projectile count, but its base damage is kind of lacking. This one and this one can at least get to max projectiles. They do have low base damage. I'm not sure whether I'm even gonna go with either of them. This one looks more promising, even though its other stats are lacking. It has good damage, charge speed, projectile speed, and upgrade level, which are definitely the most important things for a stab. Now let's go ahead and unlock these. Might still make for good stat sticks, but we'll see when I'm actually looking at that. Go ahead and unlock these. Lock all the godly items. Yeah, I just keep getting soul focuser from this. I'm wondering whether that's forced instead of being 50-50 huntress or apprentice weapon. Which is kind of sad. I'm just gonna go with this. Much higher tower stats. Even if the -5 hero health is rough, that's only -2 compared to what I was using. Could be fine. definitely want to make sure I'm not neglecting tower damage. This has very good resistances. Yeah, let's go for it. This has no tower stats. Or no relevant tower stats. Not even gonna bother with it. This has good tower DPS, but it's much worse in terms of everything else. Okay, this has terrible resistances. Better tower stats, but I don't think it's worth it. That's a lot of tower health. And hero health. Minus 20 to casting rate is abysmal. I'd probably be shooting myself in the foot by equipping it. Verbal resistances. Minus 13 tower attack speed is awful. This has worse resistances. Better tower stats. I don't know. Probably not worth it because it's kind of screwing me over in the stats that I need the most right now. Even if it has some nice bonuses otherwise. Oh well. Now for stat sticks. Because what I'm using now isn't that great. It's not bad. But there is very much room for improvement. That seems pretty good. And it's a little less in terms of hero health, but other than that, definitely an improvement. I need to be looking at that one since I can't use it right now. Anything else? And this has good tower stats. But that's it. Or tower DPS specifically. Great. I think I'm going with these. Not bad stats, I don't think. Alright. On to Act 2. Ruined Quarters
The huntress.
can be a little chaotic, but is mostly pretty easy. There aren't really any problem enemies I need to worry about. It's just a matter of everything being very spread out and yes, there are mages and kobolds that can be annoying. I just place 2 proton beams and a buff beam at every choke point. It's 14 times 6 for Sony 4. Leaves 11 defense units left. I was not able to get everything up in time. I don't think I even had enough mana. And I let myself get hit again. I only make these so long because of the upgrade. Cheap as a flora. 4 points in beam damage. Need to cut up beams over here. I think I need to put them over here. And I guess the question is, what do I do with 11 defense units? They do need to sell them out, so I want the EXP bonus. Wait. I did my math wrong. I don't need to think about this at all. I just need to put 1 extra EU on a buff beam and it's fine. Make sure I open up all the chests before they spawn. And I can worry about the... Okay. Not getting all of the chests. Oh well. Then I can worry about maxing out the defense units and picking up all the equipment. Yeah, I can't even do basic arithmetic, evidently. That's my current... I guess... state of... energy. Are there still a couple items I missed down there? Need to make sure I pick those up. There you are. Let's start upgrading these beams. Make sure I get all of the chests this time. And over here. One over here. And the one over here. Got plenty of time to spare. Go and upgrade my beams more. Yeah, my defenses are doing cyan. Honestly, putting up blockades would probably make us harder, oddly enough. Keep dumping up beam damage. One more wave after this one. They're both level 3. I'm missing yeah, there are a couple items up here. That seems to be everything. Make sure we get all the chests first. And I can continue upgrading my beams. They're level 3. This one needs to be level 3. And this one. I'm gonna have to upgrade my proton beams before the next wave to make sure they don't go down. And they're doing pretty well on health anyway. More points and damage. Through level 1. Get these up to level 1. And then over here. And that should be everything. Looks like it. Don't even have to worry about all the chests since this is the last wave. I can just let my defenses do their thing. The thing about using blockades on this map is it would cause the mages to hang back outside of the range of the proton beams. It also caused the kobolds to light their fuses earlier and try to blow up the blockades, and if the blockades are also on the buff beams, the blockades going down would cause the buff beams to go down, which would make the proton beams weaker. I'll say it probably should try to get my tower attack rate up a bit more. I'm gonna do that now since I should be putting more points in my health stats. But to be good for now. Broke 1000 HP. Your EZV does not do much HP. With other classes, well, depending on the class, obviously, I likely would have hit 1000 a while ago. It looks like there's gonna be another head break in a few minutes. It seems to be all the items. Didn't miss any chests. And this is where it might be a good idea to switch to a new weapon. You can actually equip Epic here and now. This one seems kind of tempting, but its charge speed bonus is not great. His charge speed bonus ends up basically acting as my attack speed because the way to maximize DPS with a staff is to, or at least generally speaking, is to charge it up most of the way, but not completely. If you're able to reach that point faster, then you're obviously going to be able to shoot faster. The thing actually just doesn't have a charge speed bonus at all. Right. I think they just don't use this because the tower stats are much worse. I think that was an item that I just saved because I couldn't equip it yet. Alright, ads are starting here. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Alright, answer over. I am back. I was looking through the box a bit more, and I equipped an item that seemed mostly good, except it kind of gave a big penalty to movement speed. I'm not sure whether I'm going to actually use it. Is these gloves. I didn't really have much move speed anyway. I think it should be fine. But the stats it gave otherwise this is what I was using. The stats seem worth it. Power stats are very high. Hero health is very high. Resistances are better, though there is kind of a big penalty to electric resistance, which could potentially matter against the warriors. There's also this, which reduces my you know what, I should probably equip it. It reduces my physical resistance, but brings my lightning resistance back up. As well as having better material and tower stats. Which I guess leaves the weapons for me to think about. We haven't really come to a decision on that yet. Some of these are pretty obviously not worth using. Not sure why I'm selling these. I could use them as stat stakes. Best way to do this is probably to just make a folder and put the potential candidates in the folders so I can look at them more easily without all the clutter. Yeah, most of these are just not even worth considering. It's really just these four. This is the only one that has a good charge speed bonus. The rest of these are kind of underwhelming on that front. This one has the highest damage as well as the highest upgrade level. It's probably going to be between these two. another thing to consider is I also don't want to blow all of my mana on this. So going for a high upgrade level might not even be that worth it. Yeah, considering the charge speed bonus, I should probably just go with this one. Which just leaves looking for a good stat stick. This one gives better hero health. The tower damage is not as good. Is there any... I really wish there were an easier way of doing this. Like if I could filter for specific stats or something. But that might be asking for too much. It's just a... How old is this game? 16 years now? And surprisingly is getting updates again. Yeah, hoping for that kind of feature might be asking for too much. Instead we're getting increases to the number of items I can see on one purge. That's basically all they've done to the box system this whole time. I don't think they've done anything else. What was I gonna do with this? But yeah. I was considering this because it has some pretty big stat increases. But it drops my tower damage and other elemental resistances quite a bit. I'm thinking it's likely not worth it for now at least. I shouldn't take up absurd amounts of mana to upgrade. I can't even fully upgrade it. Oh well. Welcome, Amos. Oh yeah, I was going to check on what to do on this map before I actually start it. So let me take a look at that real quick. I'm basically just going to check my past runs for this. How am I doing? Doing well, I think. Aside from sleep issues, I guess. Have you been? Okay, where's my... Where's my previous run? Main thing I want to check is the first wave. What was my setup? Okay, it looks like three 4-length beams per side in the back. Not bad yourself. That's good to hear. Let me up the speed of this. 2 5-lengths on one side. And what did it end up looking like at the end? Kind of hard to tell, actually. It's like all my arcades went down. Okay, so that's 10, 20, 44 defense units. And then the other 46 got split there. Alchemium. Okay, so... forecast here. And... here. And... here. Same thing on the other side. This probably isn't the best way to do this, actually. Oh, off. Kind of too late to change it, given the amount of time that I have. I want to run out. I do see a room for improvement, though. Okay. I don't have to worry about all of this. Hopefully... I can handle it with this weapon. Working so far. Yeah, it looks like I was enough. Let's try to get my casting rate up to 10. The 2 5s on this side here. And then 23 per side. Dealing with the front. If I use 3 proton beams, okay. I see how this works. There we are. Same thing on the other side. I can use this correctly. Pick up the mana. Since I don't have my blockades up yet, enemies might slip through in the front there. So first again. Red will put up very far back. So this is taking fewer defense units than I thought it would. Guess that works. With the size cost buff beam. And probably just do a 4 cost here. Yeah, let's 6 this, I think. This really should be a 3 cost and a 4 cost. There we are. I do not have the time to pick these up. Oh well. Hopefully those weren't important. No way of knowing, I guess. No, I upgrade. Focus on the best beams as usual. I have the maximum mana to get them up to level 4. Hopefully those mages aren't too annoying. Seems fine for the moment. They're not hanging out outside of the range. At least not for very long. Let's get for more beam damage. Did beam damage accidentally. Okay. Oh, it should be enough to get this. Oops. Meant to jump there. Accidentally opened the chest early. Make sure I'm not missing any items. Should be good. There's one over here. Right, I opened that one already. I believe this is where warriors start spawning. And they're probably the second biggest issue from Series EV after Wyverns. Because they hunt me down and kill me, and then I can't protect the crystals from the Wyverns. In that sense, they're kind of the Wyverns' accomplices. Though all enemies are accomplices with each other if you think about it. Anyway. I don't think I have to worry about the ogre. Now let's get my beam attack speed up to 20. Make sure I pick up all the item drops. Don't think I missed any. Just these over here. Okay. And these should probably get upgraded. Don't need to worry about opening the chests during this wave. Since it is the last one. Let's finish. I guess keep upgrading my ogre defense. Not sure which side it's gonna go to. Let's take this one over here, which I think is more convenient because I started upgrading over here already. Ow. It looks like my defenses are holding out. I am lower than I thought I was. The shield back up. Ogre's down. Defenses otherwise look fine. Edges are being kind of annoying. Looks like that's dealt with now, though. Okay. On to Hall of Court next, which is I have to deal with more wyverns. Oops. Let's keep putting points in my health stats. It'll definitely be taking me opportunity between levels to do that, so I don't have to worry about dropping under cap because it's at mid-level. Which doesn't really matter that much with hero health, but is more relevant with tower health, since that doesn't get automatically recovered between waves. Alright, that is everything. Hopefully found some good items. I shouldn't even have any of the stabs locked that I can currently equip. Because I'm not going to... aside from stat stakes, I'm not going to need any until level 60. This weapon should be adequate until then. And the legendaries can at least act as stat sticks at level 45, so I will keep this locked. This isn't very good. I'm starting to think that I might be too tired for this, but I still want to go for another hour at least. The next map is Hall of Court, isn't it? The Wyverns on that map are not fun. Is this worth it? Probably not, because those resistances are awful. I think the helmet I'm wearing right now just isn't that great in general. So it's kind of bothering me that none of these other helmets seem to be worth using instead. Actually, kind of... okay, that's a lot of tower damage. No hero health and some big hits to some resistances make me hesitant to use it though. It's like there is just a lot of stats to consider once you get to this point in the game. This is just not good. Not sure why that was even locked. Probably left over from having it equipped before, because if you equip an item, then the one you had equipped before gets automatically locked when it's put in the box. It seems minus 20 casting rate. Definitely not worth it. I think the banner on top of my chat window keeps rotating or something, because I keep thinking I'm seeing something in chat that just isn't there. Alright, is there a stat stick worth using at least? I think this was locked before. Yeah, it's definitely rotating. That didn't get sold before because it's what I had equipped. And it doesn't... Using the sell all option does not sell fully upgraded items. But yeah, I guess that is another change that was made, wasn't it? I guess that's worth it. Isn't really much of an improvement, but it's something. Nothing else is really jumping at me. Can just unlock that. Can't equip any of those. Okay, this is just very similar to what I'm using right now. Probably not worth it though. Alright. The question is... Yeah, I think I should go ahead and sell some stuff that I know I'm not going to be using. It's kind of hard to do. It's weapons, though. I can at least identify some godly gear pretty easily. There's some godly armor I'm definitely not going to be using. without spending much time looking at it. Because it doesn't give the resistances that I'm going to need for the dragon fight. It's not gonna apply to legendary gear though. Because legendary gear isn't for the dragon fight. It helped a bit, but there's still a lot of items in here. So I'm not sure whether this is worth using. I'm tempted to just say no and sell it. This is the point where stam units are going to get used. So range is a bit more relevant. You know what, let's go for it. Alright, now do any of these give a big penalty to power damage or something? If that were the case, then it would definitely not be worth using. Not sure whether I... Okay, nothing obvious like that. And sold that at least. Sold that. It's gonna be hard to pull my box at this point. I think I want to make sure I, at the very least, have half of it empty. For items I can pick up. How close am I to level 45? That's something I probably should go ahead and check. I might be able to hit it next map. You know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and continue. What build am I gonna use though? I think it was 24 for proton beams in the back, 28 for SAM units. That leaves 48 for the front. For 24 per side. Definitely going to need reflection beams. And blockades. That'd be 16, 19, 21-ish. I don't know, it's probably worth it to check what it was actually in my previous one. It's like... Well, I didn't actually use that much on SAM units. If that makes sense. Okay, so... Yes, I just realized I forgot to finish upgrading my weapon, didn't I? Probably not a big deal. Where are the Wyverns? They're not coming this wave. Okay, so... Or... And... 4. Not sure why I'm doing it like this. If I want to... do this efficiently for the first wave... I probably should be doing... is something like... this. Oh. And then... ran out of time because I had to... redo some, but... or crossed here. Let myself get hit. But no. Yes, this guy's getting through. Wait. There we are. I had the wrong... It's... the wrong weapon in that slot. I had my offhand in my main hand. I stat on a lot of XP on that wave, but oh well. my chin. Ease up. And the SAM unit. Which are kind of a lot of mana. Then I need deflection beams. So that the crystal doesn't get shot at from below. I hit the chests. Once again, letting myself get hit. Wyverns over here are not fire. Wyverns over there do not seem to be fire. SAM units are taking care of it for now. Okay, now it's 10%. Three. Four sides. 10. Three. Five. 10. That is max DU. I'll need to upgrade my SAM units. Get that up to 20. Two wyverns in the front, two wyverns in the back. Try to pick up all the item drops. Hit these at 12:03. And I'm ready to open the chest when the wave starts. Wyverns are spawning. They spawn kind of far off the map though. This one's Fireman. You seem fine. Right. I'm gonna max these out. I wanna take out the mages before they cause problems. I should max out the buff beams. 1, 2, and 3. At least mages are being annoying. I need more beam damage. How's my box space looking? So we'll have about 90 spots left or so. I think I'm fine on that front. The chances back here are having no issues. You should upgrade these because they are getting a little low. Enchant the Wyverns per side this time. Looks like they're kind of a lot though. Putting some fire immune over here. As a front looking. Don't see any fire immunities. Warriors are being annoying. That's fire immune. No, it's not. Go away, mages. Ads are starting in a few minutes. Let's upgrade the photon beam some more. Make sure I upgrade this because I didn't have the mana for it before. Here at the mages again. Make sure I pick up all the items again. Yeah, more points and beam damage. I feel like I need a lot more lightning resist than I have now. Because I don't want to get screwed over by the goblin mech again. I still have not been able to get past that Wick Series EV. I haven't even upgraded my blockades at all. Should make sure I do that. Ogre does spawn this way out. Wyverns don't seem to be an issue for the moment. They're off. No, they seem to be fine. Okay. Does that seem to be a problem? It is dying quickly. More wyverns. I think we are good for this map. Just need to make sure these mages don't pull my blockades. This thing's firing me in. There we are. I think that kobold might have been running after me there. It wasn't running at my blockade. Alright. Oh, ads just started, okay. I'll take my break here and be back in a few minutes. Alright, ads are over. I am back. I am not entirely sure I should probably just keep doing this. Spreading the points out between hero health and tower health. My box is just about full. Additionally, going to need to do some more cleansing. I'm gonna set everything in it. Just barely. Okay. Before anything else, let me upgrade this again. I did hit level 45, which means I can equip legendary gear now. Which should make it easier to pull some more equipment from the box. At that point, I should have an easier time keeping it relatively empty. I think. I guess I'm not completely sure on that. But I guess we'll see. Has been the best run I've had in a while. I will say that. Okay, this will boost my lightning resistance up a fair amount, as well as my health. Without hitting my other stats too hard. And to drop in my physical resistance and fire resistance is not good, but yeah, that seems like a good way to kill my lightning resistance. This has really good resistances all around. The only real downside is the tower health, but probably worth it. It is the point now where I do need to be wary about big drops in my tower range, since I am using SAM units. That's a big boost to a couple stats, but yeah, this might be worth it. And it drops my resistances a fair amount. It has pretty good tower stats and pretty good hero stats. But yeah. I'm gonna go with that for now. That one's not even worth locking. Can use that. Not even gonna lock that one. This is another piece of armor with some really good resistances. big drop to my hero health and tower health and tower damage. Basically everything. Definitely not worth it. Go ahead and lock that. Not locking that. Lock that. Bing bam. It should be... Or I should be able to... clear up my box enough here. Hopefully. This seems pretty good. Though it does drop a few stats that are important by kind of a lot. I don't think it's worth it. This just plummets my fire resist. It boosts all my other resistances. Drops my health, raises speed, drops my damage, raises my casting rate. Probably not worth it. -8 power attack speed. This one I can lock. Power stats on that are pretty underwhelming. Pretty good for my resistances though. Yeah. Kind of hard to say on that one. Game thinks I should use it, but the game isn't exactly the best judge of what equipment I need. That is... and it's good tower damage, but makes me a lot more squishy. Sounds worth locking at least. Big a drop in hero health. It don't... Okay. This will drop my tower DPS and my tower health. And my tower range. It will boost my hero damage and my casting rate. And it will boost my lightning and poison resistances, but drop my physical resist. Probably not worth it. This has some pretty good resistances. Drops my tower stats a bit. But it might actually be worth it. I can't actually use this right now. Am I even looking at it? Those are some good tower stats. Some very good hero stats. Resistances are kind of meh. I don't think the ways in which it's better are to the same extent as the ways it's worse. This, on the other hand, actually seems like an improvement. Despite the game thinking it's worse. Those resistances are rough, but the tower stats are pretty good. I don't want to be too squishy, or the boss is just gonna kill me. I'm going to need to remind myself how to position my defenses on the next map, because improper positioning, I think, is what has led me to losing on that map. Looks like I'm probably not equipping any of these. I have any good stat sticks at least. To slate. And probably not worth it. I think the amount it increases my hero stats by is roughly the same as the amount it decreases my defense stats by. But this is probably worth it. Unlock that. Unlock that. Hopefully I can get somewhere. I mean, some better power stats from one of these. Okay, these are some... Okay, not actually better. Oh well. I don't know about this. want to make sure I'm not decreasing my power DPS too much. I want to make sure it's high enough to not need blockades when I'm not dealing with ogres. I also feel like this is not going to empty my box as much as I want it to. Well, maybe it will. It is hard to say at this point. Alright. 202. How do I... put those numbers down? Do any of these stand out as being unusable? This one kinda. I don't think I'm going to have an easy way of doing this. I'm gonna say it. May as well just sell this. I don't think it's going to end up being useful. Honestly, the easiest way to do this is probably to narrow down the best stat stick among the huntress weapons in the box. And just sell all the rest. They do seem to be taking up a bulk of... or the bulk of... my storage. Do any of these... Okay, this stands out as being pretty decent. I can just sell anything that is clearly worse than this. Which should help out quite a bit. Oh, this actually looks better. Which I guess makes some amount of sense because it's a boss drop. what, 20 and 38 in terms of the important stats. That should make it pretty easy, actually. Even if it takes a little bit of time. I tend to get through these reasonably quickly. Honestly, none of these are... a couple of them are kind of close. But none of them are standing out as potentially worth taking instead. Except this one, actually. But even if it's just one, that's still going to let me clear out a lot. Now it has pretty good hero stats, but power stats are definitely a lot worse. Alright. That should be sufficient. Been streaming 3.5 hours now. I think this is roughly halfway through the run anyway. I think I'm going to go ahead and end stream here. Since I am in the middle of the run, I'm just going to, I guess, go to the next stage, but then return to tavern before actually starting. And then I can pick it back up on the throne room next time. Back to tavern. And now I find someone to raid. Who is streaming right now. Doesn't look like I really have anyone to raid right now. Anyone else streaming Dungeon Ascenders right now? Nope, just me. Okay. Anyone doing Nuzlocke right now? Someone's doing Pot Kaizo. And someone's doing a hardcore Nuzlocke of Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. It's like they're running pre-rolls though. This person's doing Run and Bun. Doesn't seem... Their audio seems kind of messed up, actually. Seems like a lot of the Nuzlockers are doing Platinum Teza right now. This person's doing Run and Bun. Alright. So just trade this person. Alright, well... if you're watching on YouTube and like to join the raid, feel free to switch over to Twitch. Honestly, I was expecting stream today to go significantly worse than it was. Or than it did. Considering how much I've been struggling with this quest. But... ended up not even failing a run. So hopefully... we're actually able to close this out next time. Next stream... planning on being Saturday. We still need to schedule our cage match, but... for now... going to... I guess hesitantly plan for more Dungeon Defenders on Saturday. But anyway, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.